watching CASSIUS IFL TV MTK Global. We're in Madison Square Garden here in New York. I'm joined by Michael Buffer. You can't really see what's behind Michael Buffer, but it is actually Muhammad Ali.
It's the greatest of all times.
And according to this gentleman here, Lady Gaga is round the corner.
Yeah, I wish she really was. That'd be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Can Rocky Fielding at all do this? Massive underdog going into this fight, but
if he does it, it has to be early. And I'm just basing that on the fact I looked up his record, and he has 15 KOs, and 14 of them are in 5 rounds or less. So Rocky probably has his best punching power, just based on that, in the first half of the fight. I'm amazed at the size difference. If Rocky can use a jab, which is to increase that size difference, and box with Canelo, he has a chance. He's an underdog, but we've seen underdogs win before, so it can happen.
But the people that kind of give him criticism for taking the fight in the first place, and kind of towards Eddie Hearn as well, why are you putting Rocky Fielding in there with Canelo? It's like, what are you in the sport for? This is a guy that 4 or 5 years ago lost to Callum Smith in 1 round. 4 or 5 years on, he's fighting at Madison Square Garden for 7 figures against pound for pound.
And he's the super middleweight world champion.
Absolutely.
And you and I had a conversation about 15 minutes ago about other fighters, and that's what they're in the business for. Like, why doesn't this fighter take that fight for better money, etc.? This is a big chance to make a big buck and perhaps shock the world. So, hey, remember, Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson at a 42-1 underdog. So things can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to kind of go back to the conversation we were kind of having.
I don't know if I want to comment on them. Okay, go ahead.
Let's try it.
Sure.
Let's try and be diplomatic about it.
Okay.
We saw Tyson Fury and obviously Deontay Wilder have a draw. Controversial in some people's eyes. A lot of people believe that Tyson Fury won the fight. That's kind of becoming old news now. It's kind of like
it is. Yeah.
Moving forward to what happens. Do they rematch? Do one of them fight Anthony Joshua on April 13th? What do you think will happen, and what do you want to happen?
Judging by the way Tyson and Deontay are talking, it looks like they're going to have a rematch. Plus, the WBC, which is the only belt in that mix, is mandating that they fight each other. If I were running the world, I would want to see either one of them fight AJ. Actually, I guess Deontay, because he has that WBC belt for all the marbles, because I think they could put an extra 10,000 seats into Wembley, and we could have 100,000 capacity with AJ against either one of those fighters. AJ against Fury would be the biggest fight in British history, and a massive fight worldwide. So they probably could make double the money. When I say they, I mean either one of them fighting Anthony Joshua. But it looks like they're going to fight each other again. And it could be a compelling rematch, because I think for Tyson Fury, the 2 tune-up fights he had were basically just sparring sessions. So now that he's had this 12-round fight under his belt, he's going to be a better fighter his next time out. And Wilder might have a better idea of what it takes to use his power. In other words, be more focused and a little more economical with his right hand. And instead of trying to throw it from back here, try to set it up better. And because he's a devastating puncher. So it could be a better fight. It was a good fight. It could be a better fight.
What did you make of Tyson Fury, excuse my expression, rising from the dead, if you like,
in that
12th round, to the surprise of everyone?
What I love about Tyson Fury is he has just such a flair for pure entertainment. And I think when he went down, while he was hurt going down, knowing Tyson, when he was there and laid still for a second or two, he probably was clear-headed and said, I bet this looks cool. And then just because he got up like Mike Myers from Halloween movies, he got up and fought. He didn't clinch. He didn't, he's just he's a lot of fun to watch in the ring, no doubt about that.
But like I said, a lot can happen between now and April 13th. I know Eddie Hearn's saying he kind of, within the next 4 weeks, wants to know what his priority is with Joshua, because ultimately, as much as they say Joshua's career isn't dependent upon Fury and Wilder, as fans, and to them personally, they'll all want to fight each other. Politics aside, they'll want to fight each other.
Yeah, the beauty of the whole thing is, as something backs up into us, the beauty of this whole thing is the fans are going to be the winners, because right now we could be on the edge of a really great 2 or 3 years in the heavyweight division. We've got 3 guys at the top. Then you have White, Dillian White, and Chisora seems to somehow always be in the mix. But we have some young heavyweights that are coming up that in a year or 2 or 3 years could be, have records of like 32-0 or something. The heavyweight division looks brilliant, and heavyweights drive all of boxing. So if we have spectacular heavyweight fights and champions that are fighting each other and in a round-robin basis, whatever, it's great for boxing. It's great for the fans if that happens.
100%.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever had a Michael Buffer tattoo that you know
Yes.
of? Who recently?
I've had people send pictures of, I think one guy had one on his leg, another one had on his shoulder. Consider my youngest son happens to be a very successful tattoo artist, so
Really?
maybe I'll tell him to put one on me. I don't know, picture myself. That'd look good.
No, the reason I said is because my tattoo artist who does me is having you on his back.
Wow.
Not literally, obviously the tattoo.
Yeah.
But, so he's having...
Not literally, I like that, that's good.
He's having Ali, about 3 or 4 other fighters, but you're kind of in the middle of it, kind of piecing everything together.
I'm flattered.
His name is
amazing.
Paul. Yeah, he's a brilliant artist. Once he's done it...
You tell him to send me
yes, well,
I
will next time I see you, I don't know when he's had
Please.
it done. He's had the Ali bit done. I think you're next. So when he has had it done, it'd be good to get your response from that, actually.
I'm actually thinking of getting like completely tattooed on my arms, because at my age everything's all wrinkled and saggy, so I could cover that up with tattoos. What do you think? Okay.
You might have a full sleeve under there, I don't know. We don't really see you kind of in gym gear, do we?
I keep everything hidden, I got a little bit left there.
Got the guns. Hi. No, we don't want to involve Mrs. Frank Smith to be. Michael Buffer, thank you very much for talking to
Always a pleasure.
IFL TV. We look forward to tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden, and then next week...
Tomorrow night, big night.
Yeah, next week roll on the O2 as well.
Yeah. I'm excited about that fight too. I really am.
Thank you very much.
All right, cheers.